fat out of your diet. This is probably the dumbest thing that they've ever done in advocating taking the fat out of the diet. It's not the fat in your diet that makes you fat. That just happens to be the word that's there. What makes you fat in your diet will be too much sugar, too much consumption, and not enough exercise. You know, if you would be appalled at what I eat during the, at least these guys would be appalled at it,
yes,
at what I eat during the day. I take in a lot of sugar. I take in a lot of pasta, pizza, a lot of meat and so forth. And I lose weight when I want to, because I'm skinny as a rail anyway. And I never diet. When I eat too much, I just quit eating some of it, and I go out and exercise. It's simple as that.
I saw a story last week where this guy, and I don't have the exact amount of days, but I think it was for 35 days, every day for lunch, he ate pizza. And he ended up losing like 50-something pounds.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now,
yeah.
You know, you saw that, huh? I think it was 35 days he did that. Every single day, I'm thinking, no, wait a minute. You know, they've told us that's going to clog your arteries. That's what I hear every time I want to go out for a pizza, you know, or a double cheeseburger. And now you're coming in here and trying to mess up my French fries. You know, I'm not going to get any salt. But I got to agree with you. You know, if they want the fat police out there, we better watch out. And you know what? You may think this is like absolutely off the wall, but you think about Obama's health care plan, all right? What if they say, not enough exercise? Television will be limited. You'll have a meter on your TV, and you cannot watch it more than 1 hour and 30 minutes. You think I'm joking? Why not? Because if that affects your health, you know, these video games, and I think that's one reason America's fat.
Oh, I do too. I think, you know, you look at children. They sit inside, and their thumbs are getting all kinds of exercise with all the mechanical things they're running.
No fat thumbs, that's right.
Yeah, but
big fat people with little skinny thumbs. It's
lots of muscle in them.
Yeah.
But, and what makes me so angry about this is, you know, it's one thing to have a point of view, believe in that point of view, and want to share that point of view. There are people here who honestly believe that this is what needs to be done to protect people and keep them healthy. So fine, put the information out and let the American people decide for themselves. But that's not what's happening. Already, Lay's potato chips and their classic potato chips, which are the most popular chips in the country, have announced that they are going to reduce the salt in those potato chips. Why do they have to do that? Why don't they come out with one that is a salt-reduced one, leaving the other one on the market, and let people choose? If most people choose the one with less salt, eventually the other one won't be on the market anymore. But why are they taking that choice away from us? Instead, they're ruling and regulating and telling us this is how we have to live.
Let me make a wild assumption here, Tom, and you're the expert, and you might research this. Check out the CEO of Lay's. See if he's a big contributor to the Obama campaign, and this is his way of supporting his chosen one. You know what I'm saying? Some people will do that, you know. Just, who knows? I'd love it if he turned out to be a Republican. He's just stupid. That'd be nice. But so much control, and when's it going to stop, you know? And I don't know. Maybe this has been going on forever. I remember when I was probably in grade school or junior high, I remember my parents talking about this stupid law they were going to make, and I was out in the West Texas, southeastern New Mexico area, where there was this organization, you know, that said, yeah, you know, these cows and horses out here are all going to have to start wearing diapers. And that was the big thing. I mean, so see, apparently they've tried to control stuff longer than I know.
It has, and you know, the reasoning behind it, the result of it is never the same. They come up with all these things. We've got to protect you from this, got to protect you from that, come up with these crazy rules and regulations. You know, Ronald Reagan used to tell the story of, you know, the regulations on the side of an OSHA rules and regulations for a ladder. And he used to just keep his audience in stitches, reading how a ladder was to be properly used and so forth.
And I always remember there was something about, you know, you got to make sure you have the top on the top and the bottom on the bottom. And there was no way to tell on certain ladders, you know, which one's the top and which one's the bottom, unless they had that skid-proof thing on there, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, they in printing presses, they used to OSHA used to say you had to have all of these little covers on there so you couldn't get your hand in everything. They couldn't print with the printers because of it. Life has risks. We've gone through, history with these risks, and we've survived. And yeah, there have been some people hurt or even killed, so forth. But it's life has risks. You cannot rule and regulate out risk in life. And once they do this, they start cutting back on food. We're finding out that, daily ideas that we had about certain foods, suddenly a new report comes out and says, no, you need to have that. We've had it through coffee. We've had it through the use through eggs. Eggs is nothing but a source of cholesterol. Now we're finding out it's one of the most valuable foods that you can eat. On and on and on like that. It changes daily. I've stayed with the same diet my whole life, paying absolutely no attention to them. One day what I'm eating is completely horrifying. The next day it's, oh yeah, you need to eat that. I just keep eating it.
There's a great email that's floated around for years, I guess, about how in the world did our generation survive. And you probably have seen it. And if you're over 50 years old, it applies to you, because you didn't have all the, the special caps on the aspirin bottles, and you didn't, all these safety things they have. And sure, I'm sure it saved a few lives here or there, but I bet it sure made a lot of lobbyists and politicians pretty well off. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back and wrap it up with Tom DeWeese, president of American Policy Center, editor of the DeWeese Report. By the way, this article, I found it at newswithviews.com, but we'll tell you the best way to reach Tom when we come back.